deal with airplane peanuts.
Do me a favor and read what Tom Segura wrote about.
Okay, this is at Tom Segura.
Right.
1:33 p.m. Fuck Will Smith's candy ass smacking a dude 4 inches shorter and 50 pounds lighter.
Okay.
Don't necessarily disagree. He's just in his feelings because his bald-headed... Well, I don't know if I should really be saying this. Because if someone just clips the front, then I'm saying it. But anyway, all right.
You know it's a bad... it's a bad sign when he hands you the phone to read it off of his
Tom
phone.
texts us the N-word, just say it.
He's just in his feelings because his bald-headed bitch been fucking around on him for years, and he takes it. We all know who he wishes he could slap. Hashtag cuck Will.
So Segura's on the fence.
Yeah, Segura's on the fence. Segura is being a little bit ambiguous.
I wrote back. I just. By the way, this is my business partner. Okay,
Right.
I was like, hey man, we have a movie in the works. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
So I feel
Chris Rock is making fun of Will Smith in a very polite, like it's very vanilla way.
Yeah.
He casually, I realize now, just on the fly, looks at Jada, who's bald, and says, "I can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2."
Yeah.
Andrew.
It's a throwaway joke.
Andrew, that's it.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are acting like, they acting like Chris Rock was like, "And yo bald bitch wife." Dude, I am more outraged today than I was before.
Because you never even saw it. You just heard about it.
I didn't realize how vanilla. He did a dad joke.
Well, here's what's funny. A lot of people are saying it's a bad joke, which is also true. It is a bad joke.
It's a corny dad joke.
It's a corny joke. Yeah.
But like,
how do you even get mad at a bad joke?
That's what.
He's always, in his rap songs, he never swears, and he always tries to stay wholesome, yet he'll swear at the Oscars. You know, the guy's a fraud. Screw Will Smith, nicest guy in Hollywood. No wonder his wife keeps on cheating on him. He's a sack, he is. The problem wasn't the slap. The slap was just someone losing their temper. Yeah. The apology just sucked. The apology was just like, he apologized to the Academy. He apologized to his fellow actors.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't get bloody hit in the face. Apologized to Chris. Nothing happened. He got to sit back and he see. What I didn't like was the actors all stood up and applauded him and they all comforted him. And then on the E! Entertainment afterwards, they were going, "Oh, this ruined Will's moment." No. Someone should have yelled out, say sorry to Chris. You know what I mean? Or just stayed seated or done something, some minor protest.
Man, that was wild. Bitch slapped on television. Next year, the Oscars going to be produced by Dana White. Yeah. Even Putin was watching that shit going, "Geez, a little violent over there, huh? Holy hell."
I did see people online that were like, you know, she's been very vocal about alopecia and and then people are like struggling with this disease or whatever. They've used terms like, dude, 0 people are dying from alopecia. You just lose a little bit of hair.
Check it out. Check it out. I don't care.
Yeah, my hair is orange and it's thinning.
Yeah,
so do I get...
Who do you get to slap?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who do you get to slap if somebody's like, "Oh, look at this ginger"? It's like a lot of people are suffering with ginger.
Yeah. Gingeritis is a serious
disease. By the way, again, to me, that's not the issue. Stop talking about alopecia. Can we be 100?
Yeah.
Chris Rock made a dumb dad joke in the moment, not thinking about nothing else other than, here's a glamorous black woman dressed to the nines with her rich-ass husband, and they're both successful, and he just making fun. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Fucking stop talking about alopecia. Fuck off.
By the way, the Alopecia Foundation is like, yes, they're getting so much attention.
Right.
Well, actually, you know, Sandler retweeted Chris Rock's tour. He was like, "Love you, buddy," and he retweeted the tickets for. And the tour.
Oh, it's already
I saw
sold
this.
out.
Like, I saw this thing that was like it sold out in like seconds.
Oh, the only
people
person
were so excited to go see him now.
Because now they want to see him clown. He should name the shit Jada. You know what I'm saying?
Unless he can flip it in this new tour. Now he can't flip it and talk shit about Will, but he's got to be able to make jokes about it. To the point where he can like address it in a way where we go, I guess that was kind of funny and your reaction was reasonable. Because right now the reaction looks soft. Not saying he should go and fucking beat the shit out of him, but he shouldn't have been like told what to do and then immediately capitulate. He shouldn't have just sat there and also like fucking continued to read the teleprompter. Like he should have stopped the fucking thing and said, "Get him out of there." He just slapped me. I'm being professional because I don't want to ruin this award for everybody else that's here and I don't want to ruin this night. but he's not allowed to slap me and just keep staying here for the rest of the show.
And you at least say that off stage. But it's also so tough to tell somebody how you would react when that happens. Because not only did you get slapped, there's no way you thought you were actually going to get slapped. And then by the time you process what happens, he's back in his chair yelling. And you're just like, what?
Yeah, I have so much empathy for...
You just slapped? What the fuck? Yeah, like you said, this has happened to you.
Yeah.
You got slapped and you're like, what? I just got slapped for...
You just cannot believe it.
A G.I. Jane joke?
You go up, you smack a guy in the face. Chris handled it. And here's the other thing.
I also like when they were going like, this is going to open a door for people coming up on stage. It's like, that's been happening.
Yeah. I got a bottle thrown in my head.
Yeah. There's nothing worse than security at a fucking comedy club. My favorite thing ever, the amount of times somebody came up on stage and I'm looking like, I remember being at Dangerfields and having the mic stand going, you can't come up here. You can't come up here. And I'm looking out at the bar. Those three jackasses in suits are just sitting there watching like it was part of the fucking show. And the worst thing is when they go to kick somebody out, all they do is just get them on the other side of the door and they're like this. And then they turn their back and the guy always gets back in. Dude, I had like 3 guys that wanted to beat the fuck out of me and on separate occasions, and they ended up standing in the line like waiting to beat me up when I was selling merch. That's how dumb they were. And I'm looking up and they're like 5 guys away. And I'm looking at the bouncer like, I thought you threw that fucking guy out.
Oh, my God.
Oh, how did he get back in here? He walked right through the front door again.
I was watching it on American TV, and they dumped the audio as soon as he walked on stage. They dumped the audio, so it was all silent for us in America. But you didn't need the audio to know what he was saying. You could lip read. The whole cast of Coda knew what he was saying. I've been punched on stage myself, and if you put Jim Jeffries punched on YouTube, you'll find the clip. It's from 2006 or something like that. And when it happened, it's worth the view. Trust me, it doesn't disappoint. But when it happened, I remember being so outraged, and then the cops showed up, and I was like, I'm going to press charges. And then I watched the footage, and I thought, I'm going to make a lot of money out of this. So I'm going to sell a few tickets.
Wow.
Why
did he run up on stage and try and punch in the head? What was going on there?
He wasn't a heckler or anything. He was just a bloke who was who brought a date. And often people bring dates to my shows, and it doesn't work out well for them. You know, you should always bring a girl you've met a few times. Maybe show them one of the Netflix specials, ease them in. It's not good for a first date, you know. And she wasn't enjoying it, so he thought, I'll sort this out. And he ran up on stage and punched me in the head.
When he goes, all right, dude. And after he says, keep my wife's name out of your mouth the second time, Chris goes, all right. What he just did was, and I watched it, I've done it as a comic, your brain was about to go, I could light you up way more than what I just did. I watched him physically go, I don't know what he was going to say, but he did that thing where he goes,
The dude's a pro.
Dude, kudos to Chris Rock.
The dude's a pro because he a better man than me.
100%, because that wouldn't have been the case.
He a better man than me, bro.
Because me
and this dude would have tussled. Okay? We would have, Will Smith is a giant. He's a big man in shape. He would have killed me.
Doesn't matter.
But we would have tussled.
We would have gone down swinging.
Bradley Cooper would have had to be like, Eric!
Which you would have loved. You're like, cut it out, Coop.
Get off of me, Bradley.
Get off me, Coop.
In the shallow.
This is what happens.
You're on right now.
When you start the hashtag Oscars so white. No. Well, that's no one's using that hashtag today.
No one at all.
Everyone's like, all right, we're even. We got him.
I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. It really felt like, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
We were all sickened. And those guys gave him a standing ovation. Everything he said was accurate.
Yeah, he's like, I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless en masse. I feel like, this is really clear indication of that we're not the cool club anymore, Jim Carrey said when asked.
I didn't understand that last line, but I agree with it. I didn't know how that connected, but he's right.
And then he said, I would have announced this morning that I will be suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous. That insult is going to last a very long time.
This is a great point.
Yo, that's facts right there.
That's a great point.
Like, this is going to be memed. It's going to be gift. Everything he ever does in his life is going to come back to this.
He might be overshadowed.
You know, the Oscars already announced that when Chris Rock dies, that's his in memoriam.
Wait,
that's
really?
the clip they're going to show.
True?
No.
That he's just getting slapped.
Just him getting slapped. But that's how it's going to live for the rest of his life. Even when he dies, you're going to see that clip.
Bradley Cooper's crying because he's like, oh, poor Will. It's like, fuck off, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I totally get why these guys are like, hey, I kind of don't want to get roasted. All right?
Sure.
Okay, I get that.
No, but sure.
You know what I
fine.
mean? So I acknowledge that that's fair. And so then, but then that's up to the Academy to figure out, this is what they should do. They write down the roast jokes. They hand them to the people. You like this? What you like, you don't like, because we'll take it out. And then they go, oh, I don't really want you to talk about my kids.
Done. Fine.
Okay, that one's out. And then we just move on from there. Then we do it like that. Or just don't have that. To me, comedy died with that slap.
At the Oscars.
At the Oscars.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? Fine.
It died.
They want to make that show. They want to make it prestigious and all that. You want me to do it? Do it good?
Just because you went to a B flat, go fuck yourself.
In memoriam of our careers.
In memoriam of the tradition of the Oscars.
Really? You're going to slap a guy over a freaking G.I. Jane joke? I don't care what happened in your life before this, or he's been making fun of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith's relationship for a long time. It's like, yeah, because it's toxic. You can obviously see it's toxic. I mean, she publicly says she cheats on you all the time, and Will Smith's obviously in the closet gay, which is fine. Just come out, be free, be open, be gay, be happy. I mean, it's literally the most toxic relationship I've ever seen in my life, and that's coming from me. So I'm telling you, I mean, the fact of the matter is this, is the narcissism in the Oscars is disgusting. Why we are still glorifying actors and actresses is beyond me. I mean, dude, 100 years ago, the people would honor kill themselves and their families if their kids came out and said they were actors. I mean, it's scum shit. You're making believe you're someone else. I'm supposed to give you $1 million. Fuck you. I mean, what are you talking about? I hate it all. I do have an audition later, so fingers crossed I get it.
Just be honest and be like, hey, I don't like it when people fuck my wife. This is really hard for me. And no, I'm being serious. Like, if he just came out, he was like, guys, I've been lying to you guys, and I don't like it when people fuck my wife. That would be the most relatable thing that he could possibly say.
Yeah.
And it frustrates me. I've tried really hard to be okay with people fucking the dog shit out of my wife.
Extremely relatable.
Yeah.
Everyone's at home like, yeah, same. Dude.
Yeah,
I do feel the same way.
That's a bummer, dude.
Yeah.
You know what? It's one of my non-negotiables.
Yeah.
My
Real
wife shouldn't
talk.
get fucked by other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you know about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's no way that we can
It's
control.
a second non-negotiable.
Yeah, like don't tell. No, there's no way we can control if that happens. We can only, because if we don't know, we just don't know.
Right.
But there's no way in hell someone's going to be fucking my wife and they're going to still be my wife. That's just divorce right there.
Yes.
So you won't be my wife. You're not going to fuck my wife, and I know about it.
Yeah.
You can fuck the woman I love.
Do you think?
And the person I've dedicated my life to, but my wife is the only thing I can control. I can remove that wife thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of what's sad about this.
My buddy goes, he hit her. That's the way he smacks Jada. And I go, he slaps like a man who knows how to slap.
Yeah.
Like to not leave a mark.
I watched it a million times. It's wild. First of all, you can't take a hit better than Chris Rock did.
He did.
It's
hands behind.
unbelievable.
He did. Now here's the argument that was had. Our bus driver said,
"I know you.
No real man isn't gonna. If you start walking to me, I'm gonna put my hands up." That's what's so beautiful. Is Chris Rock really
didn't know what
think
was
he
gonna
did
happen.
anything, and he had his hands behind his back.
He wasn't expecting it because it was Will Smith.
The odds,
Nobody's
the odds,
expecting the Fresh Prince to hit you.
The odds,
I said if it was Russell Crowe marching up, Chris Rock would have been like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you could have a better luck getting hit by lightning than Chris Rock thinking in that moment he was coming up to hit him. He probably thought he's digging into the joke. Even when he's walking up, he's like, oh, here comes King Richard, and he's laughing.
Yeah.
And if you notice, Will Smith, he he actually stays. If you really watch, because I watch this thing like I was watching tape and I was fucking Mike Tomlin.
Like the Zapruder film.
He waits till the very last second, and then he just whips it like so it's unexpected.
He knows how to fight. You can tell Will Smith knows how to fight.
What if he hit him in the eye and he poked out his eye? What if he hit him in the temple? What if he hit him and Chris Rock slipped it and hit his head? What if he hit him and Chris Rock hit him back and they scuffled on the stage in that moment? There's so many things that could have happened that didn't. The best possible outcome after that slap is what happened.
It's wild.
It's crazy.
Chris Rock deserves an Oscar for the way he behaved after, because he behaved after in a manner that allows it to escalate. I'm ready for this. Ready? Well, I think they walked backstage. They said, "Would you like him removed from the venue?"
That's what I think.
And I guarantee you that Chris Rock said no. He's going to win an Oscar for King Richard. I'm cool. I'm not hurt. Let's move forward. And I guarantee you that there's a lot that's going swept under the rug, that Chris Rock is a little bit of a hero for this.
Where the fuck was Amy Schumer and Wanda Sykes and these people?
To go give some
Where
love,
they at? Where they
yeah.
at coming out and be like, damn, one of our people got slapped. Imagine if Will Smith, he wouldn't have slapped Amy Schumer. No, he wouldn't have. He ain't crazy.
Right.
But what if he would have, in the middle of her doing that same joke or anything about them, went, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. If he would have done that, today, he'd be done.
Yeah, they would have cooked him.
They would
have cooked him on
Will
site.
Smith, what's that smell?
Is that Will?
That's Will.
They would have cooked his
Will
ass
in a
on
frying
site.
pan. Is that Will Smith?
I mean, what else was there to think? It's so. And then what about the other some comics just like typing in all capital letters for like 3 days in a row, and it's like, all right, are you really this upset? Or are you trying to get some of this stink on you so you can sell some more fucking tickets?
There you go. It's
fucking 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row, you sustained that level.
Listen, you might hear some things that you don't like, and you will stay in your fucking seat. I'm not saying that I can fight. I will bite your fucking nose off. I'll bite your tits off. I'll bite your dick and spit it in your mouth. You'll fucking find out.
All these people who are like, like it's women too. Like, I want a man to protect me like that. Oh, so you want a man to embarrass himself on his biggest moment in his life.
Yeah.
You want a man to go to jail for you. So you want a man to look like a fucking idiot on national television for you. Who's that for? Huh? Who's that for? All these women out here like, I need a man like that. No, you don't. You need a man that knows how to control his fucking temper.
Right. Protect you when you need to be protected. When someone's physically assaulting you or trying to physically threaten you, that's not the same thing.
He easily could have stepped to Chris afterwards
100%.
at the Variety Fair party.
100%.
Homie, come here for a second. Can we talk?
Yeah.
See, I feel like you got an issue with my family. Can we talk about this? That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Even if backstage you would have been like, yo, man, if it would have been like Will Smith got into a shouting match with Chris Rock backstage, we would have been like, oh, maybe he took offense to that.
You probably would have taken Will's side. You know what? If he went backstage and you heard Will Smith got in his face and was like, don't ever talk about my fucking family ever again, you'd have probably gone, damn.
I keep saying this ain't about no protecting my wife.
No, it's not.
This is about
some bullshit they got going on.
Time and place.
Right.
It's about have some decorum, man.
Yeah.
Have some class, motherfucker.
It's so funny to me that Hollywood was demanding that the Ukrainian president be invited to the ceremony so we could stand with them in like civilized solidarity. And then this is what happens. This is the event. It would be like if you had like, your wedding, two of the groomsmen got into a fight or something. You know what I mean? It's just so
Here's
embarrassing.
If I'm on the street and Chris Rock comes up to me and makes a joke about my wife who has a condition, I'm going to slap Chris Rock. If in the context of the awards, he's a comedian that riffed a joke that may not have known about our condition, that also, by the way, Jada, I think, was online saying like, you know what, I got a humor, all you can do is laugh, I'm going to shave my head, it's no big deal, I accept it. He was like, I love you, Can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 3. It's almost just like she shaved her head, you shaved your head, you're a badass, you can be in that. It was almost like borderline of like, was it supposed to be an insult to her?
I don't
know
so.
if it was.
I think it was just a dumb joke, like you shaved your head. But
then Will was laughing.
Will laughed, which was the creepiest thing.
No, it's not creepy.
That's creepy to me. Because he went like this, he went, oh. And then you see him kind of look over at her and she's rolling her eyes.
And that's when the moment.
And then like the dragon.
But he was, they dealing with something. Chris Rock just was in the way.
100%. I know. It wasn't about the joke.
Find out he was like, he did something or.
Well, there's all those rumors that she was, fucking one of Jaden's friends or some bullshit.
Like all their business is in the street.
How was your weekend? I don't have like a bunch of shit about what happened. So if you came to hear that, I had like a whole show I wrote before this weekend. And I'm still kind of processing what happened. So at some point I'll talk about that shit. And it'll be serious, it'll be funny.
More comedians reacted on Twitter. Mark Norman had one of my favorite tweets. He said we should change Karen to Jada. David Spade said a G.I. Jane joke. Thea Vaughn said black on black crime at the Oscars. Then he tweeted, I'm surprised Amy Schumer didn't stand up for Rock. Then he quote tweeted himself saying, actually, I'm not. Ian Edwards said this is why I don't watch the Oscars, too much violence. Chris Stefano, who we heard from in that video, also tweeted, babe, truthfully, the toxicity in Will and Jay's relationship is palpable. That is a story they need to divorce. Let him come out as gay so he calms down and finds peace and she can go eat the next soul. Nikki Glazer said, I'm sad we missed the rest of Rock's jokes, which is very true. No one ever talks about that. I'm sure he had some other great jokes about bald people in the audience. Jim Norton said, at this point, Will Smith being a cuck is the only thing I truly respect him for. And Chris Stefano also tweeted the fact that Will Smith didn't get led away in handcuffs and instead was applauded by his peers is the ultimate white privilege. If you love comedy, make sure you subscribe to this channel, Joke World, and follow us on Instagram for more daily comedy content. Comment which comedian you thought had the funniest reaction to this event, and we'll see you next time with another video.